Hello, my lovely goddesses. How are you all? We are live two ways. Ha! Really love this. Really love that I can do the simulcasting. So, waiting for people to come join us live. Today's a good topic. I'm really excited to chat to you today because, oh my goodness, it's September and I have to tell you, all the Septemberness is happening. So if you are indeed lacking motivation, you need to hear this today. I am here to help you to regain your inner motivation. So if people are coming on board, hello, thanks for the Instagram. If you are on board, give us some hearts, let us know that you're here. For those joining me live on Facebook, thank you so very much. So if you're joining live for the first time, we are here every Monday at 3 p.m. GMT. Or if I don't appear live, I have a bank of these wonderful videos that I send out to my email list. So if you're looking to add yourself to the email list, if you're on Instagram, you just need to go to the link in my bio and go to the blog and you can sign up there, or you can just go to our homepage and sign up there and you'll get the information sent to you weekly for our Motivation Monday videos. So if indeed this is the first time you're watching me live as well, thank you so much for coming on board. If you're watching this as a replay, thank you as well. My name is Lisa Barwise and I consider myself a wellness alchemist. That means that I'm the kick-ass catalyst in the transformation of women around the world, strong of mind, body and character. I say that I help women to harness the power of kettlebells for more shorter, meaningful workouts, to get a body that they're proud of, as well as a customized eating plan designed specifically for women. So I'm all about the nutrition and exercise just for warrior goddesses, so that we can learn to eat like a woman, train like a warrior, and feel like a goddess. So today we're talking about motivation on Motivation Monday. Kind of like the irony of that. Normally I don't talk about motivation. I actually talk more about body shape change tips, etc. But today I'm really excited because it's September. I don't know about you and where you are, but September is historically one of the least attended months in my studio, a studio that I've had been running classes, kettlebell classes specifically now for the last 4 years. And September, of all of the months of the year, is the least attended. It's the one with the most amount of injuries or illnesses or sickness, which we're going to talk about. And it's just a bit of a blah month generally, okay? So, but I don't want it to be like that. I don't want to feel this way, and I don't want you to feel this way. So I'm going to give you some tips today if you are lacking motivation. Really, what the hell is motivation? How do you get it if you don't have it, etc. So, as people on board, thanks so much for the emojis and the hearts. I can see them all. So, here's the thing. You cannot be motivated if you are tired. You cannot be motivated if you are sick, and you cannot be motivated if you are in pain, okay? So having those three things automatically makes motivation all but impossible. I'm not saying completely you can't be motivated, but it's so much harder. You can't be motivated if you're tired, if you're sick, and if you're in pain. And what I found more and more, especially as I'm dealing with women post 35 and in their 40s, a lot of women are experiencing burnout. They're actually experiencing proper chronic inflammation disorders, chronic fatigue, all of these sorts of things. So how can you even get motivated to work out and to do training and to do strength training if you are even too tired to even talk about it, or even too tired just living your daily lives? So this is where I want to start today. Where I want to start is sometimes the one thing that you need to do is not the goal that you're going for. So yes, you want to maybe change your body shape. Yes, you maybe want to lose some weight. Yes, you want to feel stronger. But in order to even get down that goal path, to even take one foot on that path towards that goal, you need to look at whether you're just too tired, you're too sick, or you're too much in pain to even do that. So if this is the case, here's a couple of what I call mojo makers and tips and tricks to help you to work beyond that, okay? So in my experience, my own experience of working with women, specifically in fitness over the last, and wellness in the last 5 years, but working as a health coach over the last nearly 15 years, believe it or not, what I've noticed about women is that we just keep going. Go, 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 go. A lot of us don't have off switches. A lot of us don't know what rest is and what proper rest is and understanding rest. and prioritizing self-care. I mean, we kind of know this, but also there's a lot more instances of chronic inflammation, chronic diseases, fibromyalgia being one of them. I have a couple of ladies in my tribe with things like ME and other autoimmune diseases, etc. So how can you train when you just feel exhausted? So here's one of the biggest things that I know as a tip that I can give you right now that you can do that's not going to do you any damage, that it doesn't cost you very much, that will, if you do this, will make you feel better pretty quickly. Because normally if you're sick, tired and in pain, a lot of the time it can stem from, not always, a nutritional deficiency. Magnesium being one of the most biggest deficiencies that women have, which causes them sleepless nights. It actually is a thing that stops sleep, or can impact your sleep. That's the best way of saying that. The other thing is also joint pain, inflammation. Magnesium can impact that. Mental health, anxiety, this nervousness kind of thing that I see regularly. Magnesium deficiency if you're somebody prone to migraines. So what I find is, and this is one of the things that I talk about in my beginners program, because I go straight in there with the beginners program and say, nutritionally, you need to be taking 400 milligrams of magnesium, preferably before bed, to help you to sleep. Now, that is one tip I can give you, in addition to a couple more that I'm about to give you in terms of supplements, that will help you to take those first couple of steps down the path to even make the decision to start working out and start training. Yeah? Because when you start to feel a little bit more energy in your body, you're more likely to make better choices. So generally, the mojo makers I start with are magnesium deficiency, taking your magnesium. And the other one for women, specifically post 35 and then heading into perimenopause, is vitamin B. Vitamin B complex specifically, because again, vitamin B complex is like the energy maker. A lot of the time when we're run down, it's because we're also deficient in vitamin B. Now, can you get these all from foods? Yes, you can. But we're going to assume that right now you're super duper tired. You're not making good choices with healthy food. You're not wanting to add more things to your to-do list. But by adding magnesium and vitamin B, which will cost you 20 quid, I think, ish, will have an impact. In a couple of days, a week, you'll feel more energetic and be able to make some good decisions to then be able to make better decisions for your health. So I'm going to give you, this is step one. I'm going to give you a couple more steps along the way if you like that. So that will also help. Magnesium will help your pain, and if you get migraines or joint aches, etc. If you're feeling sick, I'm going to talk about boosting your immune system, but if you're feeling tired, the vitamin B will help you and the magnesium will help you. So ultimately, you can get into a good bedtime routine. A good bedtime routine is go to bed and don't watch that extra box set. I know you think you need time for yourself and this is time for you to unwind. Self-care is not sexy, ladies. Sometimes self-care can be awfully boring, and going to bed at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock because you're up with the kids. If you are a mum who's still got young babies, if you are doing the school run and you're coming back into that routine and you're like, oh, totally frazzled, it's more important for you to have the rest than it is to watch that box set. And magnesium will help you have a good night's sleep. So magnesium. Vitamin B will help give you the energy and help you with regards to lots of other things, but let's just say that it's going to help you with the energy. And then if you are feeling sick, like you're noticing that your immune system is taking a punch, September is the immune system crunching month. It really is so bad. I see it time and time again, people getting sick. That's why the tendency for my members, my regular members, is because they're not looking after themselves. So this is where you can add a couple of different supplements to help you, stage 1, and then stage 2 down the way, we're going to look at more healthy eating. Sometimes you just need to get your mojo back, and this is where it does that. Your omega-369 supplement is really important for helping you if you have chronic inflammation or any sort of inflammation-based disease, things like fibromyalgia, ME. I've talked to a few of my clients regarding that. But a vitamin K with D, so D with K, is an immune boosting supplement. 1 in 3 ladies are vitamin D deficient, specifically now going from the summer into autumn and winter. It's so important for you to consume that as a basic supplement. And then the other key things I'm going to give you, which are kind of almost free or could be free tips to keep your immune system in check, is from this time onwards, in fact, from the end of August, specifically in the UK and Ireland, if you are in this weather, you need to be wearing a scarf. Okay, you need to wear a scarf. The bugs, in Chinese medicine, they call it, I think it's like the launch of 1,000 evils or something like that. I don't know. I'm really translating it badly. But it's basically the cold and flu bugs come in through the back of the neck. Okay, and that's when you feel that little scratchy thing too. Okay, so it starts to fester in there. So first of all, wear a scarf. The second point I tell all my ladies is ginger, ginger, ginger. Okay, put ginger in everything. Get yourself a big knob of raw ginger. Make yourself ginger tea. Make yourself ginger in all of your foods. Take a ginger shot. If you're local, little supermarkets are doing ginger shots in a carton that you can take to really work on keeping the back of the throat and the chest clear. Ginger is it's an antifungal as well, anti-inflammatory, but specifically known for the chest and throat to clear up all of that catarrh. It actually is a natural way to, expectorant is what it's called, to get the catarrh out of your, catarrh, out of your neck, out of your throat and out of your top of your chest. And start taking your Echinacea now. Don't wait till you're sick to take the Echinacea. Take the Echinacea now, okay? So let's just assume now that we have covered those first 3 points of you can't be motivated if you're tired, you can't be motivated if you're sick, and you can't be motivated if you're in pain. So if we take those 3 parts out, okay, we've given you some tips there to take the first step along the path towards your goals and to start exercising and start training. So assume that you feel healthy and you have a degree of energy. The question to ask yourself is this your season? So a lot of the times we kind of look around, saying, oh, Lisa, the amount of times I hear, oh my goodness, I wish I had your motivation. I wish I could be as consistent as you. All of these sorts of things when it comes to exercise. I am not the most consistent person with exercise. I definitely flow in seasons. Now, because exercise is my job, which I made my job so that I would exercise. I mean, a lot of the times I say to my goddesses, if you guys weren't here, I don't think I'd be here either, because I'm not somebody who's naturally consistent and excited about exercise. It's not something that I wake up to and go, yippee, I get to do this today. Every single time I do it, it's a struggle. But I also find that I have a season where I'm more in tune, or I'm more about, and I don't mean like actually a physical season, like I don't mean like, summer or winter, but a season of your life. So sometimes we're in a season of our life where trying to make better choices for health, for, body shape change, for body goals, for strength training goals, or getting to the gym, or any of those things is almost impossible. Maybe you are currently a mummy looking after young little kiddies. Maybe you are just gone through a divorce or a breakup. Maybe you've changed jobs. Maybe you've moved to a different city or a different town, and you're just in that in-betweeny, I need to put my time and effort elsewhere. And so therefore, asking yourself, is it that I lack motivation, or is it that it's just not my season? And that's to say, your season can change next month. Your season can change in a couple of weeks. It's not saying that's forever, but we shouldn't really be hard on ourselves if it's not our season, okay? Now, this is also not an excuse to go, it's not my season, I'm not going to do it. But in my experience of women, that's not the way that we work. We are so like, I have to do this, I should be doing this, and have to keep up with the Joneses, and this person is this, and do you know what I mean? And why am I getting so fat, or why am I getting out of energy, or why am I sick again, or I can't go to yet another meeting looking or feeling this way. That's the sort of thing that tends to happen in women's minds. So what I would like for you to do is ask yourself, is this your season? Is this your time? Is this the time for you to really work on those goals? Because as women, we go through cycles. We go through hormone cycles, we go through life cycles, we go through energy cycles. So it's important for us to understand that not every 90 days is your 90 days, but it will be soon. Just you need to know when it's your season, okay? And have grace, and choose that out of grace, and choose that out of being intentional with your life, yeah? But if it is your season and you're lacking motivation, if it is your time and you're like, Lisa, I don't know how to get off this couch, or I don't know how to do the things that you told me, and I watch your videos and yet I don't do anything, or I'd love to do kettlebell training, but I just don't think I'm fit enough or strong enough, or I just don't know anything, right? This is where the smackdown begins, ladies, okay? Here's the thing I know about motivation. It does not exist. I do not wake up every day and go, I am so motivated to work out today. Never. I don't think I've ever been excited to wake up to work out. Ever. Ever. I have gone, if I work out, this will get me this. Yes, I think that in my mind. Or, okay, I'm going to get a workout in today. I'm going to do this. Or I've scheduled it, which is what I really recommend that you do. I schedule it in my diary that I am going to do my workouts during these times. That also helps me to make better decisions. So, if you are waiting for the right mood, if you are waiting for the right good feeling, that sense of, I'm so excited that this is going to happen, you will keep waiting and waiting and waiting. When it comes to doing something uncomfortable, and exercise is uncomfortable, okay? Strength training, getting your butt out of bed, or doing anything new specifically, but doing anything consistently, it's not easy, okay? It's not easy, but you just got to do it anyway. And this is where the smackdown begins. You just kind of got to suck it up. And I don't mean that in a very masculine, pushy way, because that's not the way we do things. But the way we do things is understand it's just going to suck, okay? In the first initial 5 minutes of any sort of workout, or going for a run, or taking yourself out, or choosing to do something that you're not used to, or you haven't created into a habit yet, and even if you have created it into a habit, it still sucks. You just have to do it. You just have to get past that little sucky bit. Once you get past that sucky bit, we all know that those endorphins are going to kick in. Those lovely hormones are going to do wonderful things, and you're going to start feeling absolutely amazing. You're going to feel all that lovely stuff, because not only are you doing something that's releasing all those amazing chemicals in your brain, all the dopamine and all that lovely stuff, you are going to feel good because you told yourself that you're going to do it, and then you did it, even when it sucked. So the quote is all about commitment. If you see it on my Facebook page, and I share it quite a lot, commitment is staying true to something even long after the mood has left you. And that is so true with anything. It's like understanding that there is no magical formula for motivation. There is no thing I can tell you right now that you need to go and do. You just have to be in the right season, set your body up and your mind up for success, which was us helping you to get rid of the sick, tired, and in pain issues. And also find out why you're doing it. Now, my why for me has always been about being healthy, being strong, wanting to live for a very long time, and being like I want to be like a 90-year-old woman that's poking people with sticks and like making jokes, and people are like, oh, there she goes again. Because for me, longevity of life is really important, but I want to do it with a sense of, being formidable is the word that I think to my mind. I want to be somebody that's like, look at her go. She's like 80. Did you know that? That sort of thing. I want to be here for a long time, and I want to be here to enjoy my time. And, everybody who says you only live once, you don't. You live every day and you die once. So it's really about tapping into that internal motivation. Here's the thing. We don't always have that internal motivation. Some of us have, personality-wise, are more inclined to having an internal commitment or an internal accountability, and some of us need that external accountability. So what I have always done, because I'm an external accountability kind of person, I like people to tell me, go on, you can do this, you can make this happen. What I do, and this is why I've created the business that I've created, is that I basically have created my business for me. I am my number one customer, right? I am my number one customer, and I am here because I know what it's like to be a woman and struggle, to be consistent with exercise, and to keep all those plates spinning and do everything that you need to do. But for me, accountability was key, to have a community of people there. So it's not necessarily about where you train, because yes, it's nice to come to a studio and be there with other people, and you get motivated by the energy that's in the room and somebody's there telling you what you need to do. But for me, I started my kettlebell journey at home in my living room, swinging a kettlebell, and I just needed the accountability of knowing that I had to check in when I did my workout. Right? I just had to check in to get my workout done, and knowing that there were other people there that I told that I was going to do my workout to, and then I did it. Because the thought of letting other people down sometimes was harder for me than letting myself down. Does that make sense? So, and that's why also for me, when all my fitness and health journey started was when I became a mum, because for me, I wanted to be the best version of myself so that I could be the role model to Josh, so that I could have the energy that I wanted to be, the mum that I wanted to be, which was an active and excited and, you know, hands-on kind of mum who was always out cycling or running or walking or taking him to the gym or hanging out together, because that's the sort of mum that I wanted to be. So yes, there is a part of motivation where you need to kind of tap into your why and have that why be there. For some of us, it's an internal motivation that we can tap into, internal accountability. For others, it is an external accountability that you need to tap into, whether that be a community, whether that be a tribe, whether you tell your friends, whether you have a workout partner. But once you have got rid of the initial things that we talked about, so I'm just going to recap for us all. So we talked about when you lack motivation, you need to get rid of the top 3 blockages to motivation before you can even talk about motivation, okay? So if you lack motivation, you can't be motivated if you're tired, you can't be motivated if you're sick, and you can't be motivated if you're in pain, to a certain extent, okay? So you need to make sure that you're well rested, and I give you tips of how to, you know, create a good bedtime routine, of which magnesium is a really important part of that. Taking 400 grams of magnesium before bed. You can also have Epsom salts baths. You can create a nice, you know, I wear my blue light blockers. I avoid screens and everything before bed. I have a little bedtime routine, and my routine is what my circadian rhythm wants. Now, I keep really weird hours because of the way that we work. I don't go to bed until between 12 and 1 generally, and I don't wake up until about 9. Sometimes I wait to between 12 and 2 sometimes, and then I don't wake up until about 9, but that's my rhythm, and that's how I go to bed, and that's when I wake up, and my body clock knows that. So it's not about when, it's about how much sleep you get, okay? And it's not about how much, well, it is about how much sleep you get, but also about the consistency. It doesn't matter when you sleep, and that's why sometimes it's really hard for shift workers to stay into their rhythm. So we talked about tired. We talked about sick. You got to boost your immune system. Do my top tricks to stay healthy in September, which is wear a scarf, start taking your Echinacea now and put ginger in everything. Ginger shots, ginger tea. I'm actually, look, I promise you, I do the things that I say to do. I'm sitting here drinking ginger tea. And I had my ginger shot this morning, and I took my Echinacea, and I'm going to put a scarf on to walk out the door for classes later. So scarf, Echinacea, ginger will help boost your immune system. You also want to make sure you're taking a vitamin D with vitamin K supplement. If you want to know about more supplements and you want to know what supplements I personally take, I've put them on Amazon. So I take some that I get commissions for, I'm being very honest. Other ones I just get from Amazon, and I've tried and tested those. You can go and access that via my website shop. If you go to www.warriorgoddesskettlebelltraining.com/shop, you will see all of my recommendations there. And if you're in pain, in my experience, it depends on if you're coming back from injury, if you've got chronic inflammation. There's a lot of big stuff in there. I actually wrote a blog post called Why Am I So Sore After Exercise, which talks a lot about chronic inflammation. And I also wrote a Facebook post about are you inflamed or are you just stiff? Is it joint stiffness or inflammation? So if you want to know a little bit more about that, you can access my either Facebook page or the blog, which again is just warriorgoddesskettlebelltraining.com/blog to find out more. And then ask yourself, is this your season? Because sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not the time to start something. So there's no point telling yourself that you lack motivation if it's just not the right timing. You know, you've just had babies, you've just moved, maybe you've changed job, maybe you're just broken out of a relationship. Maybe all of these things are really impacting your mental clarity and focus. And also you just need to take some time for yourself, and that's okay too. But if it is your season, you need to just understand that motivation doesn't just happen. In fact, there's very few people that are actually motivated to do anything that they want to do. They just choose to do it. If you wait around for the motivation, or if you wait around for the right time or the right mood, it's never going to come. You just need to do it. And the more that you do it, the more that you create a habit, and then it just becomes a part of who you are, and it becomes easier and easier for you to do that. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much, guys, for being on board today. We are here every week, 3 p.m. GMT. If you want to know more about what we do, go to warriorgoddesskettlebelltraining.com. Know that we also have lots of free resources on the website blog, which I've just told you about, including lots of masterclasses and free downloads. And if you're somebody who wants to join our beginners program or want to access beginners training, kettlebell training and a customized eating plan specifically for women post 35, then you can do that, and you can find out all about that on my website as well. But I will see you same time next week, and I cannot wait. We have got some great content coming to you. Also, before I forget, don't go yet. Before I forget, we have a live workout here this Friday. This Friday, we're doing a beginners yoga HIIT class. So it's yoga inspired moves, HIIT style training, Tabata style training. It's a 30-minute workout. It's completely perfect for beginners. It's low impact. It's joint safe. It's not using any weights whatsoever. All you need is the space of a yoga mat and a yoga mat, and you can come and join that live workout for free. Myself and Brona, one of my coaches and good friends, are going to do that workout. So I'm going to do this live here again, double live broadcast this Friday at 12 p.m. GMT. It's free for you to come and have a nosy. You can come and do the workout with us, or just come and have a nosy. I know you just want to have a nosy. But I look forward to seeing you then. And until then, if you want to see this replay, make sure that you sign up for our weekly blog post. Again, just go to the website. And then other than that, have a wonderful week. I hope to see you soon. Peace out. Peace out.